아무튼 이거 가보자. 레데리. 요게 궁금했단 말이죠. 한글 돼가지고. 그것도 문제야. 진짜 정신 피폐해지는 거. 일반. 새 게임. 고양이님 안녕하세요. 나쁘지 않네. 이게 리메이크인가 리마스터인가? 아서. 흡연의 건강상 있죠. 옛날에는 흡연이 좋았다고 하는 건가? 여기 아마 플스3 엑스박스 360 게임일걸요? 오래됐을 거예요. 언제 나왔는지까지는 정확히 모르겠어요. 락스타 게임즈. 잡힌 거 같은데? 양옆에 경찰인 거 같은데? 뭐지? 고양이님 안녕하세요. 그게 비주얼은 괜찮아요. 나쁘진 않습니다. 경찰이 아니었나?
Well, I for one am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
갓 오브 워는 엔딩 봤습니다. 약간 그 오버워치 캐서디 느낌 나긴 하죠. 서부 느낌이니까.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
짐승처럼 살던 자, 누굴 말하는 거지?
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is like
야, 뭔가 이거 재밌을 것 같긴 하다.
cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
아직 서부
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war.
뭐라고 해야 되나?
I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family
아직 개발이 덜 됐으니까
Apparently,
이런 소리가 나오는
John's
거겠지?
family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
이런 열차를 타고
Money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other.
아마 이 시대의 생각들을 말해주는 것 같은데.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush.
아르마딜로?
Armadillo.
그러게요. 히로인은 누구이려나? 근데 이런 게임에 히로인은 별로 없긴 하던데, 락스타 게임에서. 살롱으로 가라. 괜찮은데 조작감도 나쁘진 않고. 마스턴?
You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide
제이크 들어본 것 같은데.
Well, pleased to meet you, Jake.
you. I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
근데 아서 아니었나 이름? 지금은 따로 뭔가 이름을 감추고 있나?
Alrighty, Mr. Marston, let's get. If you say so. Take it slow on the way out of town. No need to kick off a lot of dust.
어이,
Evening now.
괜찮네. 아, 열차 지나고.
Lowest Port Mercy you want to visit?
와, 서요새?
Taking nobody up to the port in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got
아,
tired
그럼
of
아직
being
인디언이랑 싸우는 거야?
gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
와,
For an old friend.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you
아,
do
그래픽
find around the
괜찮은데?
bush was no straight back to you.
아, 리마스터인가 리마스터겠지? 잘했는데?
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're
누굴
fixing to
찾으려고
become female
왔나?
company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like thieves' landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hold up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
아내가 있구나. 그러니까 경치가 좋아요. 이 정도면 진짜 잘 만들었는데? 옛날 게임 치고.
Yeah. So it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
You ain't
전봇대요?
really talking,
그래요?
are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister.
아마 전기는 들어올 테니 있는 게 아닐까.
There's things you better off not knowing.
멀리도 가네.
Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far
오호.
now. You'll see the fort when you get to the top of this hill.
와, 요새네 진짜.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
갱단이
So
점령했다.
I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
그러면 나 혼자 여기 가는 거야? 아무도 없네.
Bill!
빌?
Bill, I've come for you.
아, 찾고 있는 친구가 빌인가 보네.
Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
오,
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
오, 3명.
I look like I need saving.
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me
친구는
before.
맞는 것 같은데 지금 사이가 굉장히 안 좋네요.
To save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words.
역시 저는 소울류가 맞지
Things are
않더라고요.
different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch
오, 더치.
and no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well,
오, 뭐야?
Oh.
아니,
Poor John.
뭐야? 이렇게 끝난다고? 이 정도면 죽었는데? 얘네들은 뭐지? 묘직인가? 그러게요. 주인공 같은데 설마 이렇게 바로 죽진 않겠죠? 새 친구와 오랜 골칫거리. 살았네. 야, 근데 얘도 대단하네. 3명이나
seem,
겨누고 있는데
So, how do you feel?
총을 꺼내려고 하네.
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
오,
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out
근데
to
이
Fort
당시에
Mercer and
15달러면
picked the
굉장히
farm with the
비쌀 것
worst
같은데.
bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
So what were you doing?
Just trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And what will you do now?
Now I'm
근데
gonna
그냥 살려주진
take my
않았을
time and
텐데.
go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter.
순찰.
You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
항생제는
Mr.
있지 않았을까요?
Marston, I strongly recommend you
뭐
don't
종류
try to
많지
use it quite so
않았겠지만.
earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
야, 그래도 이 상태로 돌아다닐 생각을 하네. 좀 쉬어야 할 텐데. 뛸 수도 있고 살아 있는데 점프 못 하나?
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
It's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
들어가는 게 아니구나. 그러게 정확히 몇 년 된지 알면 좋을 것 같긴 한데. 대충 감은 어느 시대인지 알 것 같긴 한데.
It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters
아,
right
여기가
now.
감옥이구나.
I picked out a fine horse for you. Come on then, I'll show you around the property.
뭐야? 버그였네? 근데 이 정도 버그면 뭐 깜짝이야. 갑자기 일어서서 타가지고 서커스 하나 있네.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the
잡화점.
essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
야, 그래도 이렇게 아지랑이도 표현하고
Here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
디테일은
I'm
살아있어.
no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase.
도둑으로 보는구나. 확실히 도둑이긴 하지.
That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of
열차요.
folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
오, 점프도 하네 말이. 오,
That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just
헛가.
a little girl.
야, 친절하게 다 알려주네.
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarlane.
서울로의 사람이요? 하긴 레들이 1은 모르겠는데 2는 자유도가 굉장히 높아서 그럴 법한 사람이 있을 것 같긴 하네요.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you.
근데 보니가 존 마스틴
I'll show you the house and then
좋아하는
you
것
can
같은데?
sit for a while.
이렇게까지 잘해주고.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Ready, Mr. Marston?
야, 이제 싸우는구나,
Let's mount
진짜.
up and patrol the ranch.
아직 아프네. 총 맞은데. 근데 와. 잘 표현했는데? 괜찮은데?
Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
디테일은
Mr.
살아있다.
Marston, I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
뭐 인공지능은 모르겠네요. 비슷비슷하지 않을까요?
God damn it, these rabbits are at it
토끼?
again. Come on, let's get rid of them once and for all. Come on then. Time to put that blood.
어이. 어이. 잠깐만 내리자. 아니 내려. 왜 안 내려? 나이스. 이게 안 맞아? 난 사람 잡는 줄 알았는데 동물들이었네?
Thank you, Mr. Marston. Looks like we'll be having rabbit stew tomorrow. We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go.
아, 세모 버튼이구나.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle,
전 X 버튼인 줄 알고.
our crop.
아니면 이응 버튼이나 동그라미나.
The land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
내려서 탔으면 쉬었을 텐데. 1900년대요? 그래요? 이렇게 전기도 들어오는 거 보면 엄청나게 옛날은 아닌 것 같은데.
Shoot 'em before they get to the animals.
코요테?
Shoot 'em, Mr. Marston.
코요테를 박멸하십시오. 또 어딨어? 따라가야 되나? 데드아이? 아, 요거. 아, 여기도 있구나. 나이스. 뭐야? 맞았는데? 괜찮은데, 데드아이? 아이주인님 안녕히 가세요. 저녁 맛있게 드십시오.
You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do
근데
whatever
같이
we
있던
can.
남자는 누구였을까?
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Here we are.
이제 말을 내가 타고 가는구나.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
맞아, 이게 서부의 낭만이죠. 오랜만에 레데리 2도 다시 하고 싶네. 이거 다 깨면 레데이토도 다시 한번 해봐야겠다. 6시간밖에 안 자? 짧게 자는구나. 추가 탄약 상자에서 복장 변경? 오, 맞네. 16개나 있어. 지금 뭐 아무것도 없으니까 우선 게임 저장. 신문, 귀중한 정보. 지금 뭐 퀘스트 할 건 없는 것 같네. 보니한테 다시 가볼까? 아, 잠깐만, 지도는 어떻게 봐? 오, 맵이 엄청 크네. 허허. 우선 보니한테 가자. 퀘스트가 있구만. 우리 앞길의 장애물.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine.
이게
Thank you.
락스타의 장점이죠.
So,
할 거
how are
많은데
your ribs?
맵도 넓고.
A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only will I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
비밀이
And
많구만.
I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
그것도
I'm still
봤어?
no city man.
But I bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see.
사이 좋은데.
All right, I'll show you how we ride around these parts.
빨리 가자. 내가 이기고 만다. 뭐야, 여기가 출발점이야?
3, 2, 1, go!
근데 도시 남자 아니라고 하지 않았나요? 뭐야? 망했다. 뭐야? 아니 왜? 망했는데? 완전 뒤쳐졌는데? 얘가 지쳐서 그렇구나. 말이. 이거 완전 뒤쳐졌어. 환장하겠네. 이거 졌는데요, 무조건? 길이랑 경주로 해서 빨리 달린다. 이거 완전 졌네. 처음에 실수했네. 직진인 줄 알았는데 오른쪽이었네. 아 이런. 아 이거 어떻게 하는지 이제 알겠는데. 지금 시야에서 저기 끝에 있네요. 아이 아쉽다. 그러게 놀림당하겠네 이거. 아 이거 처음에 이거 실수해가지고 너무 아쉽네. 뭐야, 체력 기력 언제 다 달았어? 아 아쉽다. 조금 봐주면 안 되니, 보니야? 긴장감을 위해서. 끝났네. 벌써 들어왔네, 보니. 아, 졌다.
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
놀릴 줄 알았는데 놀리지 않네요.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
명성이 20이나 상승? 허허. 아 이제 집행관.
Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good, Mr. McFarlane. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get
아르마딜로?
some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
아 레드제형님 구독 감사합니다.
It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman. Take the reins, Mr. Marston.
내가 운전이구나. 아르마딜로로 마차를 모십시오.
You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me.
아,
have you
영화님이
taken
안녕히
any
가세요.
risk your
가시는
life
거예요?
since we last spoke?
No, miss. I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
목장 생활. 오우야.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What
아,
about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it.
이주인님이 말씀하신 거 늦게 보셨나 보네요.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response.
아르마딜로 멀구나. 얘네들은 뭔데 이렇게.
I think it's kind of funny I found you dying on the side of the road and now you're driving me into town.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you must admit, it's an unusual start to
야 다시 봐도 이건 진짜 잘 만든 게임이다.
We're friends, Mr.
역시 락스타.
Oh, please.
오우, 왜 부딪혔는데?
Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man. A little stupid, perhaps, but not
어리석긴 해도
I just worry about you
악당은 아니다.
around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter. Like Paul always says, don't go waking snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Miss McFarlane. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of that.
오 야야 비켜 비켜. 사람이요? 죽일 수 있을걸요? 아직 죽여보진 않았는데 가능할 거예요. 제가 2편밖에 안 해봤어가지고.
And I'm the Queen of England. And at what point during your day of hunting down outlaws do you find time to raise chickens?
Only been at it 3 years or so. I guess I'm kind of new to it.
You're telling me? So who's looking after this farm of yours right now?
촐라샘?
Well, he's not my uncle, as far as I know. Just an old dog who's as lazy as a lizard on
있지 않을까요? 이렇게 넓으면 동물들도 많을 것 같아요.
Sounds like the perfect person to leave in charge of your entire livelihood.
We go way back, and I didn't have a lot of choice.
I'd be getting back there if I was you.
저 비행기 아니지? 매구나. 여기가 아르마딜로 도착했구만.
So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not. But it does okay for us.
괜찮네.
Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some
아,
medicine.
약을 산다.
The first one's on me.
Thank you,
오호.
miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him. Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
여기가 진료소. 제너럴 프랙티스. 여기 뭐야? 여기 위생 왜 이래? 여기서 살아난 것 기적인데?
Hey, partner.
의약품. 게임이니까 그런 거 아니겠어요? 보통은 아무리 못해도 몇 주는 있어야 될 텐데.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take a stagecoach back to the ranch later.
여기서 우선 헤어진다.
Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this
먹는
time.
항생제 이런 거 같은데요. 이 당시는 주사기도 비쌀 것 같은데. 일회용 없고 막 쇠로 된 거 막 이런 거일 것 같아서. 아, 역마차. 잠깐만, 여기 뭐 있나? 집행관. 집행관 가보자. 오, 교도소네. 한 명은 그냥 자는데.
Excuse me.
그죠, 살아난 게 기적이죠. 아니, 죄수가 깨워줘?
Shut up, you! Now what you want?
My name's John Marston. You wanted to speak to me.
여기 집행관 맞아?
Apparently so.
Why?
I guess because we're both in the business of the law.
아니, 침을 너무 짝짝 뱉어.
You that fella from the train company,
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer? You that one of
깽단.
Williamson boys?
오, 뭐야.
Calm down.
Go on, shoot him, mister. Shoot him.
아, 쟤는 입 좀 다물어.
What's going on here?
I got me one of them Williamson
야, 그냥
boys.
땅바닥에 침 뱉는 거는
I got me one of them idiots.
기본이구나.
who Marshall's a bad name.
Jonah, put your gun down.
야, 쟤는
You must be the man from Blackwater.
재밌는 거 못 봐서 아쉬워하네.
Yes, sir. Listen, that dog ain't too bright, but he seems loyal.
Jonah, get out of here for a minute.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson, sir.
아, 얘가 집힌 건 아니었구나.
And you. Oh, I done seen enough
관상은
of
진짜
your
악당이에요.
kind around here. And
I think there's some school children down the way you can go and
oh,
한마디도 안 지네.
What are you doing here, Mr. Marston? Apart from frightening my deputies.
I'm here to capture or kill Bill Williamson.
Okay.
Can you help me?
He's outside my jurisdiction. He's in the next county. Of course, Bill Williamson and his boys have tended to keep themselves away from my town.
So you're happy to have him out there?
Well, I ain't happy, but I also ain't suicidal. My job is to keep this town safe, not clean up all of these 3 counties. It's hard enough around here.
You know,
여기 일을 도와주면 어느 정도 도와줄 생각이 있으려나?
People I respected most in my life had a problem with authority. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm sure you and your fine friends have enjoyed spending your time running around pursuing noble causes. My cause is to keep this town from turning into a living hell for the folks.
집이 아니니까 이 시대는 아마 이런 가치관 갖지 않았을까 그래요.
And I'm here.
집 아니면 그냥 침을 뱉자.
Why? What's happening?
그런 게 아닌가 싶기도 하고.
Right now, I got the railway, the people who pay my salary, trying to get me to turn a blind eye to them burning down settlements up there. I got a bunch of cattle rustlers out in
착지를
Box Canyon
불태워?
needs shutting down. Not forgetting the gang that keeps murdering homesteaders out in the back country, and I got a bunch of hoods over in the
한마디로
saloon
자기를 도와달라
trying to shoot the
이거구나.
whole town. That's all I got today. But it's early yet. Give me a couple more days. There'll be more.
All right, tell you what.
그런 것도 있겠는데요. 침을 막 뱉으니까. 근데 집에서는 안 뱉을 텐데.
Let's go deal with them hoods in the saloon.
희한하네.
Then we'll discuss Williamson.
Okay,
Yeah.
boy. You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
Let's head over to the saloon.
살롱. 야, 뭔가 서부만의 그 느낌이 느껴진다.
Two-bit hoodlums, led by this fella called Walton. Goddamn road agents who prey on the stages coming in and out of town. Drivers in Armadillo spend more time with their hands in the air than on the reins these days.
And you're happy to let them drink in your saloon?
Happy? No.
어,
The way I figure it,
너무 잘
they're carousing in there,
넘어지는 거 아니야?
robbing decent folk.
That's an interesting approach to law enforcement.
I do what I can, Mr. Marston. We ain't the government.
여기가 살롱인가?
There's the dumb rat bastard now. Let's follow him. See what kind of hole he crawls into.
말 타고 가잖아.
Let's go, Marston. I've been after that son of a bitch for months.
휘파람 어떻게 불어? 아, 요렇게.
Get after him.
저거 내 말 아닌데?
Can't lose that trail, boy.
빨리.
With me when you can.
컴온.
Let's go.
월턴을 죽이지 말라.
If Walton's as bad as you say he is, why don't we just beef him now while we got the chance?
Because that ain't how the law works.
Is that right, Marshal?
And alive, he can still talk.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
But a few days of my hospitality and he'll be telling me what I need to know.
돌봐준다는 거는 고문인가?
Outlawing's easy money for easy work.
Cholla Springs, Gap Tooth Bridge, these boys get around. Walton's a start, but there's plenty more where he came from.
이거 놓친 거 아니야? 안 보이는데? 근데 맵에서는 보이네.
He's headed for Pleasant's house. Let's stop so we can get a
아, 저기구나. 보인다, 보여.
Looks like we got company, boys.
벌써 들켰어? 오우야.
Damn. Take cover. We'll work our way up this hill.
어딨니?
That wagon to your right. Marston, take that bastard behind the crate.
오, 이거 내가 한 대 맞았네. 안 맞으려 했는데.
Get to that crate. I got you covered. Do you want to die? Watch out for that bastard behind.
이렇게 제가 이거 완전 사기야. 데드아이 너무 좋은데? 안 보여. 뭐야?
You brought help, did you? Well, I'm gonna kill both of you dumb bastards.
뭐야, 나 맞았어. 헤드샷. 오. 헤드샷. 뭐야, 왜 안 맞은 거구나. 집을 지키는 무법자. 저기 있구나. 잘 가고. 집 안에 있다고? 어이, 뭐야? 다리? 어야, 아프네. 아이고.
Not a bad shot, Mr. Marston. Why don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend. I can promise you that. I'll see you soon, Mr. Marston.
주인공은 원래 안 죽는 거 아니겠습니까? 지금 여기 뭐 먹을 거 있나? 명예로운 사람들은 부정적으로 반응. 명예? 명예? 모르겠다. 통계. 떠돌이네. 캠프. 목적지로 이동? 이렇게 되는구나. 야, 이런 건 참 잘했네. 근데 뭐 그런 거는 기대하면 안 되는 거 아니겠어요? 어쩔 수 없죠. 여자와 젖소?
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson, to settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me
근데 조는 아내가 있다고 하는데
Miss McFarland,
야서인 줄 알았는데 아서 아닌가 보네 진짜.
I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, and trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now,
같은 갱단에
if I don't
있었구나.
capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true, especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch.
아, 여기도 빚이 많구나.
My father died when I was 8 years old.
뭔가 썸을 타는 것 같긴 한데
Well,
가정이
let's
있으니
just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute and he was her... Well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world.
세상에
He was a
좋은
great
면.
man in a way.
But you killed...
아 뭐야 이게 바로 스킵이 돼? 아 이런 모르고 스킵했네? 잘못 눌렀는데? 그러게요 빚이 많은데 구해줬네요? 신기하네. 그만큼 마음에 들었나? 소를 몬다. 아니 근데 보통 스킵하려고 하면 막 꾹 눌러서 스킵해라 뭐 이러는데
Hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
You should learn to ride before you learn to herd. I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. Giddy up!
Good to see you, Miss McFarland.
오 우리 뒤쪽으로 이동? 요렇게 목초지로 가라. 야 이런 식으로 모으는구나. 이쪽이야? 잠깐만 쟤네들 이거 되나? 되네. 다행이다. 그래도 알아서 여기까지 가는구나. 오른쪽으로. 얘들아 빨리 좀 가자. 여기도 소가 많네. 야 소가 너무 많은데? 야 땅이 넓고 먹을 게 많으니까 이렇게 하는구나. 신기하다.
Keep them tight now.
No, stop! Let's go! Come on.
야, 신기하네. 이런 식으로 방목하네.
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that or you were a cow in a past
전생의
life.
소.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
야, 공급도 많네. 그리고 늑대, 뭐 사자, 코끼리는 안 나올 것 같긴 한데 뭐 여러 가지 나오지 않을까요?
Yeah. Whoa.
충분히 나올 만하죠, 그런 미션들.
Well, hello,
야생마.
Mr. Marston. How are you?
얘는 누구지?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Did you meet my father?
아,
John Marston, this is my father, Drew McFarland.
아버지구나.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Marston. Please. So, my daughter informs me that you're here on some secret mission to remove some undesirables from the county.
Something like that.
비밀 임무.
I'm grateful for the hospitality, sir.
Well, you know, we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east. The land had never been settled. For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men. Then we had outlaws.
인디언이랑 싸웠구나, 처음에.
We had smallpox, and terrible winters. Cholera. I buried more of my children than I raised.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
I've seen strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. That whole herds of cattle just take sick and die. But I've never once doubted my life here.
No, sir.
When I hear about this so-called federal government sending out agents to covertly murder and control people, then I start to
청부살인?
worry. I mean, yeah, all right, Williamson is a menace, and men like him are the plague. But isn't a government agent a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean.
정부를 못 믿는
Maybe
건가?
right, sir.
뭔가 망상 같기도 한데.
You're a brave man. You're always going to be welcome here. But you tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. Sneaking around and spying and secret missions. Right? It's preposterous.
Trust me, sir. I agree with you.
Good. Good. Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie. we got
살짝
things to
떠본
do.
것 같기도 하고.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime. Apart from political discourse, that is.
What is?
Breaking in horses.
말 길들이기?
Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
근데 도시 사람이라고 했나? 도시 사람 아니라고 했던 것 같은데. 내가 잘못 봤나? 확실히
You're
야만
gonna need this, Mr. Marston.
상남자의 시대예요.
Right. Now you got some rope on your belt. Let's see if we can't wrangle some horses.
어디로 가나?
Yeah. You sure have some interesting theories on what the government's doing, sir.
They ain't theories, Mr. Marston. I saw the telegram Marshall got from Blackwater. It ain't exactly a state secret, essentially.
어?
Well, is he wrong? I saw those men from the train.
우와, 여러 가지로 아나?
Go to hell, if you ask me. Those sons of bitches would steal a coin off a dead man's eyes.
Mr. Marston!
He's right. Now, I don't know much about politics,
Please, Paul, can we just
but I
enjoy
know
the
we're
ride?
only as free as they say we are. Power's like a drink. The more you have, the more you want. And there's few men who can handle it.
There's certain things in this
근데 이렇게 넓은 곳에서 무법, 진짜 무법인데 거의 총 말고 자기를 지킬 수단이 없다고 생각할 만하기도 해요. 물이? 요렇게. 오호. 뭐야? 도망치는데? 뭐야? 이리 와. 아, 이거 L2 버튼을 계속 눌러야 했구나. 이제 요 말에 타라. 오야. 오, 이거 약간 젤다 같긴 하다. 이거 언제까지 해야 되냐? 오케이. 다른 말도 잡자. 얘가 잡혔네. 가보자. 얘도 길들여보자. 우. 이걸 어떻게 해야 빨리 하는지 모르겠네. 오케이. 뭔가 약간 알 것 같은데? 맞아.
There's no better night's sleep than after an honest day's work.
It's no wonder you look so tired then.
Some deck must be shy of Joker, Miss McFarland.
요 정도는 돼야 주인공 하는 거 아니겠어요?
That was fun.
I think you... Well done, Mr. Marston. These are fine horses.
Hey, Bonnie. Amos was saying some horses been spotted somewhere outside of Armadillo.
Let's go, Mr. Marston. We can really do with those horses.
아르마딜로도 말이 있구나.
Rest for the wicked. Let's
뭐야?
see if we can track
거기까지 가야
down
돼 또?
a herd of horses.
You never did tell me why you were never married. Aside from the snobbery, that is.
You sure ask a lot.
I'm just surprised, that's all. You must have been quite a kid.
그러게 왜 결혼을 안 했을까?
Says it all.
No, that's not what I mean. You must have had some suitors, that's all I'm saying.
Some, I suppose. Here and there. A ranch in the middle of Hennigan's Stead ain't really the place to find a husband. Amos, he's a little, well, you know, countrified.
Where'd you get your heirs?
까다롭구만.
Miss McFarland?
From a couple of cheap governesses Paul hired to save us from being savages. I'd like to talk about more than just cattle and chickens sometimes, that's all. And after my brother left, it was up to me to become the man of the ranch. He never admitted, but my pa's a lot frailer than he looks.
와, 그래픽
Two of any man.
괜찮네.
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
이거
Many ways.
아니 이거 이 정도면 꽤나 훌륭한데?
She's always been a woman in a man's
어? 일꾼? 아, 여기가 약속 장소구나. 아, 이 서부의 맛이 있네. 무리의 뒤에서 말을 타라고? 와, 멋진데. 가볼까? 협곡으로 유도? 오. 아, 잡는 게 아니라 유도해야 되는구나. 어디로 가야 되냐? 많이 갈리긴 했을 것 같아요. 근데 그만큼 퀄리티가 높고 하니까. 아, 근데 여기 너무 잠깐만, 너무 많이 갈렸는데 애들? 아, 이거 이상한데. 이쪽이 아닌 것 같은데. 아, 여기가 아닌데. 천천히 돌려야겠다. 왼쪽으로 가자. 얘들아, 왼쪽으로. 그쪽 말고. 그렇지. 직진해, 직진. 아, 정말 이거 좀 어렵네, 미션이. 저 한 마리는 모르겠다. 나머지만 챙겨. 다 낚았구만. 오. 아, 설마 저거 잡아야 돼? 아, 저 친구 저거. 제대로 못하는구만. 어이, 잘 도망치네. 이게 안 맞았어? 야, 어디까지 가냐? 됐다. 후. 이렇게 멈추게 하고. 아, 은근히. 아닌가? 된 줄 알았는데 아니네. 그만 길들여져라. 뭐 안 됐어? 휴. 가자.
out today, Mr. Marston. We got some fine horses. You know, why don't you keep that stallion as your own, as a thank you from all of us?
Thank you, ma'am.
그럼 말이 두 마리인가?
Fine animal.
켄터키 셰들러를 길들였다. 휘격은 날렵한 말. 오호, 그렇구만.